Hello everyone, and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host, and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is The Clockwork Rebellion. And the text level is 7. Learn how to make really complicated sentences, check everything you learn, and practice using it by writing and talking. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening.
The Clockwork Rebellion. In the year 1850, a group of inventors and revolutionaries, known as the Clockworkers, had been secretly building a massive clockwork machine in the abandoned factories on the outskirts of London. Their plan was to use this machine to power a series of explosions that would disable the British Army's steam-powered warships and give them an advantage in their struggle for freedom. But when the Clockworkers' leader, a brilliant but reclusive clockmaker named Lady Amelia, discovered that the British government was aware of their plans, she knew they had to act quickly. She ordered her team to prepare the machine for battle and to defend it against any who would seek to stop them. As the sun set over the city, a group of British soldiers arrived at the factory, armed with cannons and rifles. But Lady Amelia was not one to be underestimated. With a flick of her wrist, she triggered the clockwork machine, and it began to whir and churn, its gears and cogs spinning wildly as it unleashed a massive blast of steam and energy that sent the soldiers flying. The Clockworkers had won a major victory, but they knew their struggle was far from over. They vowed to continue fighting for their freedom, using their ingenuity and creativity to outwit and outmaneuver their enemies.
Now let's move on to the conversation between Billy, Meg, Kelly, and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
I'm still reeling from the Clockworkers' ingenuity.
Yeah, I love how Lady Amelia triggered the clockwork machine at just the right moment to take out the British soldiers.
Actually, that's a great example of strategy and planning in action. The Clockworkers were well prepared for the British attack.
And it's not like they didn't have any other options. I mean, who builds a clockwork machine just to power a series of explosions? It was a bold move. But that's what makes it so fascinating. The Clockworkers were willing to take risks and push the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely, and I love how they're not just fighting for freedom, but also for the right to be creative and innovative.
That's a great point, Billy. The Clockworkers are standing up for their values and principles, even in the face of adversity.
Yeah, and it's not just about them. It's about all the people who support them and believe in what they're doing. I'm so glad we got to read this novel together. It's really made me think about the importance of creativity and freedom.
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. What was the main goal of the Clockworkers? I. To disable the British Army's steam-powered warships. B. To build a massive clockwork machine for entertainment purposes. C. To create a new form of transportation. D. To outwit and outmaneuver their enemies. E. To take over the British government. The answer is A. To disable the British Army's steam-powered warships. Question 2. Who triggered the clockwork machine? I. Lady Amelia. B. The British soldiers. C. Meg. D. Billy. E. Leah. The answer is A. Lady Amelia. Question 3. What was the outcome of the Clockworkers' actions? A. They were defeated by the British Army. B. They won a major victory against the British soldiers. C. They lost their freedom and were captured. D. The clockwork machine malfunctioned. E. Nothing happened. The answer is B. They won a major victory against the British soldiers. Question 4. What was unique about the Clockworkers' plan? A. It was a simple and straightforward plan. B. It involved using a massive clockwork machine to power a series of explosions. C. It didn't involve any risks or challenges. D. It was only meant for entertainment purposes. E. It was a last-minute decision. The answer is B. It involved using a massive clockwork machine to power a series of explosions. Question 5. What did the Clockworkers stand up for? A. Their right to be creative and innovative. B. Their freedom and autonomy. C. Their love of clockwork machines. D. Their ability to outmaneuver their enemies. E. Their desire to take over the British government. The answer is A. The right to be creative and innovative. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.